Hello and welcome everybody to ARC Tier 2 Round 3 here in Mexico City. I will be a commentator. I am W. Gore, joined by the multi-talented and incredibly sensual and drop-dead gorgeous Van Beets, the current Tier 1 champion, or Tier 2 champion, but soon to be Tier 1 champion. And today we should have a very interesting race here in Tier 2. Only 15 drivers on the grid, but I don't think that'll stop us from having lots of action here in Mexico.
Oh, for sure. Last night in Tier 1 we had free safety cars, so who knows what Tier 2 can bring us.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about Mexico, too, is it's a really hard track to get, to take a corner the same way twice, especially that first chicane, the first 3 turns, that little section. I mean, you're always taking different spots of the curb. The car is always kind of being thrown out a different way. Now, granted, there are definitely people that can do that, but I was never able to. And I don't think most people can. You have very high-speed S's through the second sector. Will that catch out anybody when they drive with dirty air for the first time? I'd be surprised if we don't see someone go off there in qualifying or during the race. And then, of course, you have the famous stadium section, which makes for just spectacularly awful racing. But we have a very long straight that can try to make up for it. I'm very excited for today's race. I haven't spectated or done a league race yet, so this is going to be very interesting in this game. Do you want to walk me through, as you raced here last night, do you want to walk me through the strategy, what ended up playing out, and exactly what worked the best for everybody?
Well, unfortunately for Tier 1, we had rain at the start of the race, so I can't really say what we did was right, but ideally what Tier 2 wants to do, because it's going to be a clear race, they want to do soft, medium, soft. Or medium hard probably is possible, but I feel like you would just lose out on so much time going on the hards when you can just do another stint on softs towards the last 10 laps, because it is a short pit lane. And you can gain so much time on the hards.
Interesting. Yeah, no, that makes sense. I remember 2019, you could almost pull off soft medium, so that was the strategy, but most people did soft hard. But then 2020, soft medium soft was absolutely the way to go. So I think there's just so much time to be found in the corners when you have that grip advantage that it makes it worth it. Also, the hard tires are kind of terrible in this game at a lot of tracks.
Yep, definitely.
So we will ride on board with Radical Aardvark for his lap as he starts this. Van, do you want to take us through it?
Yeah, let's see. He's going down the straight right now. Let's see how wide he'll go into it. Looks like he's playing it safe. Ooh, goes into second here. That's a interesting decision. Doesn't cut super wide like you can there, because apparently Codemasters does not put correct track limits. Let's see how he enters this corner. Coming into second, locks a little bit. Goes into first here, extra rotation. Ooh, and someone apparently just crashed into Kia.
Yeah.
Here comes the most important part of the lap for Rad, though, the S's. You know, you got to go flat out here if you can. Let's see what he's doing. He's going to lift a little bit, but it's pretty good. You can also cut the S's a bit, which is a shame. He's not going as wide as you want here. Yeah. And that's probably going to affect the entry to this turn.
I noticed, too, in the first turns, takes a lot of curb there. I know you can run out wide there a little bit, but not much. And then here looks like he gets a decent enough exit. I know I noticed him in the first turn. After going through turn 1, he then was kind of sharply turning in the other direction, turning right, and then making the left-hander for turn 2. Really getting that sort of the best entry for that, taking a bit of a wider line. We have a yellow flag. It's like, I don't have my details on. Sorry about that. We will put on, well, I don't know if we don't need telemetry, but we want the track map. Oh, we can actually do gap to the leader now in qualifying? Oh my gosh, Codemasters. What?
And Flappa Jack, oh, okay, that's fake. I was like, who is that?
Oh, wait, that's fake?
Yep.
You know, if there's one thing us commentators and just racers in general love, it's the people that constantly change their names. It's always hilarious, it's always fresh, and peak comedy, really worth it every time. Kia goes into the pits, and he does not have a wing. So yeah, presumably there was some serious contact there. Niall coming through the castle section now. He will be about to complete his lap, and we'll see where he goes. So Rad, 3/10 off Figlin, and MLG got not far behind. Dude from Mexico has retired from Mexico.
It looks like he crashed into the wall somehow.
That is upsetting.
Something interesting I just noticed was Games was the one who received that 5 grid penalty, and he's currently leading Tier 2 with 40 points. So we'll see how that affects if he can climb back from wherever he ends up. And Tom now picking up that slap.
Interesting. And Nile, also, going in front of Figlin. Great lap from Nile. We have the other Red Bull of Atmosphere on a lap right now, as well as, you said, Games with that 5th place grid penalty, and then Exia trying the mediums, presumably just getting a feel for the track, not planning on getting into the top 10 with that. And that is going to take Games up to P3, which will put him at a net P8.
Interesting though. Let's see. I want to see how Kia does. I think it's been a long time since we've seen him on track, and it'll be exciting to see how he does. Looks like Atmosphere is going to be closing in on its lap soon. (16.2), good enough for 8th currently.
Sorry about that. Yeah. Should be, hopefully, good enough for 8th. Words and stuff and things. He does have a large gap, but obviously we'll see, as you said, with the other. Oh, Kia spins, and he is into the wall at the S's. Are you okay? Let me know if you're okay. That was a big one.
No damage, though.
No damage. What a stud.
He might have side pod damage now.
Rock the house. Yeah. Okay, sorry. I was adjusting my mic volume. Alright, so interesting. I don't know. I've always found qualifying at Mexico rather boring, but the racing is always spectacular, so. Granted, I'm just not a huge fan of this track. I enjoy consistency, and this track is really hard for me to be consistent at. Cosmic, that's not how you want to take the S's there. Unfortunately for him, that's going to be quite a lot of time lost, if not a lap invalidated, but it doesn't look like it's invalidated, and we'll see.
Nope, that's Cody's.
Yeah, we'll see what kind of time he can do. Of course, we all know, though, dipping that third wheel off in Austria gains you so much time compared to entirely cutting the S's, but doesn't matter. I'm guessing he will be P12. P9. Wow. 4,900 off of Atmosphere. Yeah, let's see what he's able to do here. I mean, the S's really is such just a hard section of track, period, just on the calendar. They're very hard. Double downshifts there to 5th, starts turning the wheel easily. It looks like he has some control over that car. Not sure if he lifted there a little bit. Yeah, it sounded like a bit of a lift. I don't know, maybe he just downshifted, opens up the DRS, and is on the run down into the stadium section. Using not all of the track there, but cutting really close to that inside apex, or that inside curb, which is what you want to do. Run out wide here. No locking, it looks to me. Goes through here. Doesn't take as much of that inside curb as you'd like. Uses the runoff there. Takes too much of that inside curb. That usually spits you out and gives you a bit of a rough exit, if I'm not mistaken, Van, but you probably know better than me. And he goes P10.
What I'm noticing is not a lot of people are hugging the right side when they come out of that final corner, which could help with a couple of attempts.
Right, yeah. I know I saw Rad doing that, but I did not see many of the others doing that. It's, I mean, again, this is a really difficult track, and it has a lot of technical skill required to find the racing line. The racing line that's displayed in-game is not the racing line around here, as I was talking about Rad in turn 1 going left, or going right just before a left-hander to make the turn wider to carry more speed. It kind of seems counterintuitive sometimes. Perhaps in theory, but that's really where the time is here, and just being able to be consistent, I think, is a pretty large advantage around Mexico, where again your tires are overheating, you're using a lot of curb, the braking right before the curbs. If you lock, you end up actually hitting the curb instead of just missing it. So it does have a bit of that technicality, and I would even say like risk of a street circuit. Instead of a wall, it's just a curb, but it's pretty easy to spin and certainly get thrown out wide, and in qualifying have your lap destroyed one way or the other, whether it's with a broken wing or just being sideways. Atmosphere retires. Yikes.
It's outside of the
You
wall.
see the Merc is
S's.
coming up on him here. The Juan Seria, we'll see if we can get a view of this crash. Juan Seria on an invalid lap, but he's coming across Atmosphere, who, lost it in the S's and bounced off the wall. That is unfortunate.
In the middle of the road, too, in front of the racing line. That's going to hurt some people who were near him.
Yeah, thankfully, I think Juan was the only one that went past him after the crash, and he was on an invalid lap, so. For those of you who this is your first Tier 2 race, as it is mine, as the lead commentator, or as one of the 2 lead commentators for Tier 2, I do my job. Anyways, ghosting is off for the first time in Tier 2, which is exciting. That's what we love to see. I'm going to take that as a that's what we love to see from Van, but he can't talk right now. Oh, whoa. I was just riding on board with Jagames, who was taking that line you were talking about, hugging the right side on the exit of the last corner, and the rear end, he just fishtailed and almost went straight into the wall. But it looks like that must have happened slightly after he crossed the line because he did improve his time.
Owen Fig is in the middle of Das's right now. He must have spun. No damage, though.
Cosmic coming up behind him. He stays out of the way and is now going to be able to put the power down a little bit more. Unfortunate for him with the time we have remaining. Probably would have liked to set this lap. Oh, he already did. Never mind. All right. So, wait, did he spin on his in lap?
No, I think that was his hot lap.
Says he's already done a lap on these tires. Oh, no, my God. Whew, I'm a bit rusty. My God. Okay, it's fine. He is, he's going into the pits. He's hitting both bollards intentionally. That's what we love to see. Who else is on the lap? Jagame's on a lap, but that's having to be an in lap. Okay, Tom, the pole sitter, like sitting on poles, is coming through. I found that way funnier than it was. Is coming through the stadium section now. Can he improve on his fastest lap and give him a little bit more breathing space? I'm sure he'd like more than 400ths. Here, is he going to hug the right side? Yes, he is. As close to that curve as possible, even putting a tire on it. And he does improve by nearly 3 tenths and 200ths. A very, very good-looking lap from him to give him a little bit of breathing space to Jagames behind him, who is now going to be going into the pits and has a little bit of time to get his head right before setting his final lap. Cosmic in P10, taking the S's now slightly more normally, one would say. That is good. So that's what we like to see.
Kia, I believe he's also on a hot lap here. He's going to want to improve. But I mean, if he gets an 11 for something, it's not the end of the world.
No, it's not. And you know, when you're coming back to racing, it's actually usually nice to have other drivers around you. You know, you're following their lines. Kia coming up to a lot of traffic here. MLG God cutting it a little close. I don't know why he didn't brake more, but that's okay. Looks like it didn't affect Kia too much. Running out wide there. You know, going left right before a right-hander to just make that turn wider, carry more speed and demand less from the car at one point. And you kind of spread it out over more distance. It's easier on the tires, allows you to carry that speed, get that extra grip. Now into the stadium section, big lockup on the front left there. Might have cost him a little bit of time. Sometimes locking up into that corner. I don't know if you found this, Van, when I was doing time trial. Sometimes locking up into that corner is actually faster because it kind of helps the car rotate quicker, you know, on its front axle. But, yeah.
And that's 10 for Kia. Cosmic also on a hot lap, though he might steal that back. I am noticing also, like, coming into the stadium, not everyone is taking or hugging the left side of that line there, so interesting decisions. Okay, Cosmic is pitting.
Kia is cutting the corner. The truck taking the esports line.
Eric is 7 tenths up. He will get past Kia, I believe, if he can nail this final turn. Nope. Okay. He must have lost it, damn.
Yeah,
that's unfortunate.
All right, I see some I see some shade being thrown that I'm talking like it's golf. First of all, look at me. Second of all, you know, look at me, okay? We're getting there. In the race, we'll have a bit more energy, you know. forgive me. Qualifying is, you know, now that we got 2 minutes left. Yeah, so.
The pole time UA for Tier 1 last night, if I'm correct, was 13.6 by Thierry.
Okay, 13.6. A little bit faster than what Tom has been able to put down, but he is on his out lap.
Niall's still in third, which is surprising because he spent most of that practice lobby telling me that he was absolute garbage. But
a classic misdirection from the potato boy.
Yep.
You never know what he's got up his sleeve or in his oven besides potatoes. That was hilarious. Anyways, Juan Sanya, why don't we run through on his hot lap as we wait for the leaders to start their final flying laps. Juan Sanya going in to the, I don't know the turn numbers or names or anything for this track, but it's fine. Everything is going to be just fine. Juan Sanya now approaching the S's. Yeah, this is looking like a solid lap so far, but he is going to encounter some traffic here, which, if I'm not mistaken, are number 1 and number 2, respectively, on the timing sheets. Them having a little battle on the out lap for who can be in front and start their lap, although it looks like it's going to be pretty clearly J-Games as Tom gets out of the way and Juan Sanya into the stadium section here with J-Games in front of him. Misses that apex just a little bit, running out wide, but then hitting this one pretty nicely. Turning in, getting good turn in. Now he's going to have to flip the car back. Doesn't take as much of that curb as he can. I remember the track limits on that left side are a bit stringent here. He's not going to hug the right side. He takes more of a moderate line. And he's going to go P2. Wow. So now, why don't we ride on board with the man trying to steal pole, J-Games 84, into turn 1. Van, why don't you take us through this lap?
All right, let's see. It doesn't go as wide as you'd want into that. It's also not cutting as much curb as you want as well. But let's see how he can pull. Coming into turn 4. Activates DRS. Is barely up on his time. It would only be good enough to put him back into second. So let's see if he can find that time into the S's coming into this double left-hander here. Oh, he invalidates. And that's it for him. Kia going to start his hot lap after slowing down for some reason. For some reason now is doing the same? What? That's weird. We have Figlin up on his time. He would be able to push himself up into potentially 5th if he can get a good lap here.
Yeah. And let's see what they can do. Yeah, Niall is on his hot lap. Just about a 10th off from Juan and J-Games. He could find himself in P2 here. Van, do you want to ride on board and take us through the remainder of his lap, kind of where we left off, where J-Games invalidated?
Yeah, let's see. Niall is on the controller, so if you look at his wheel, it's going to be a little bit wiggly, but it's okay. Let's see how he goes. Can Niall climb up? All he needs to do is find at least like 1/10, and he should be good. Let's see.
No, and that's going to be a lap killer right there, having to lift. So, bit of a biff there from Niall. We'll see if he can regain any time, but I assume he just lost 3 or 4 tenths right there. So, I would be hard-pressed to see. Yeah, now he's just cutting and seeing if he can find the time. Maybe he can, though. Who knows? Nope. There you go. Okay. So, it looks like this will be around your starting order, although we do have Exia on a lap. So, yeah. Niall crosses, does not improve.
1,000th of a second.
Oh, he did improve.
Wow. Yeah.
Man, how bad was his first lap? Wow, okay. I stand corrected. Actually, for me, it's showing that they are tied.
Oh, wow.
Setting the exact same time.
That happened last night as well.
Yeah, both. Oh, no, yeah, I do see the 1,000th, but then when I turn it to gap to the leader, they're both at 0.37. Huh. Anyways, yeah, it is 1,000th of a second. You are correct. A 1:14.953 and a 1:14.954. All right, well, Exia going to be the final one to cross the line here. Can he improve from P6 and get into the top 3, perhaps the top 5? No, he cannot. He cannot improve enough to get there. Flapperjack coming into the pits now, and it looks like we will be about to start the race, which is what we're all here for. I don't know about you, Van, but I'm ready for some safety cars.
Oh, yeah.
They don't seem fun to race, but they seem fun to watch. So let's see what we got here. Waiting for Chewy to retire, but that's okay. He can take his time. I guess we can wait 35 seconds. It's not like we got anywhere else to be. Whew, okay.
Oh, there we go. So, yep.
That just bothers me on a spiritual level that picture is there.
Yep. The games will be starting 5 places back. That's going to put Nile in third, which is actually the ideal spot you want to be in for Mexico. So we might see Nile overtake some people,
especially with pad traction on the starts. All right, the session is going to start or end in 30 seconds. So let's take predictions. How many safety cars? How many VSCs? And who's winning this race?
I'm going to say 2 safety cars, and I'm going to say that Tom wins because I feel like he has the most dominant pace.
Yeah, I'm going to go Tom for the win. I think Niall's going to snag P2, but I'm saying 2 full safety cars, 1 VSC. That's my guess. Anyways, the drivers are now making sure to change any final tweaks to their setups. Not that anybody ever does, but just on the off chance. They have the ability to change the front wing and brake bias, and that's basically it under Parc Fermé conditions. They also have the ability to select their tire strategy and fuel. Not that fuel really matters. You always want to, I guess, I don't know the strat, but I assume you try to get it pretty close. You overfill it a bit just so that you have some stuff to play with and don't have to be short shifting or anything like that. Yeah, I don't know. The strategy. Do you think most people will be doing soft, medium, soft? Is that your expectation?
Yeah, especially in the top 10. Like anyone who goes on the hards, they're just gonna have a really hard time.
That was good. That being said, if there is a DRS train or anything like that going soft, medium, taking the pit stop early, to be able to get out of that could prove useful. As the formation lap is underway now, Tom gets away from P1 with Juan Seria behind him in P2, and we go down the rest of the grid until the final.
Only one on the mediums.
I think that's absolutely the right call. Look, you're going to be in traffic at the start. That's just a reality of starting P11. And his pace might not quite be there anyways, so the softs are faster at the end. Being on low fuel on soft tires is faster than being, like the tire delta actually goes up. Low fuel on fresh mediums, whatever. I'm not saying it very well. Hopefully you can understand the point I'm trying to make. I've really I've lost my edge. It's quite upsetting. All right. So, yeah. Here's how to explain it. Okay. Full fuel, let's say the tire delta was 1 second. The softs are 1 second faster than the mediums. When you get to low fuel, it might be like 1.2, 1.3 seconds a lap faster. So, yeah. That is.
It's going to the real test will be once first pit stops happen for Kia.
Yeah.
How he'll have to handle that because he will have to defend.
All right. So the drivers enter this stadium section for the first time with race fuel on the formation lap as they approach the grid to start round 3 of ARC Tier 2 here in Mexico City. Games, the championship leader, finds himself in P8 after a regrettable grid penalty with Kia. We're not sure what happened there. Probably should have gone into the voice chat and asked, actually. I think that would have been funny, but too late now. The drivers approach the grid, Tom finding his first place grid slot, or the AI doing it for him anyways, as we are about to have 5 lights on here as the final car exits the last corner and finds its way to the grid. So 15 drivers. Plenty of drivers to have a safety car. Would have liked 5 more, but you know what? Here we are as the final car is now on the grid. And we are ready to get underway for the 3rd round here of the ARC Tier 2 season, led by Games. Will he still be the leader after this? It is 5 lights in front of the drivers. It is lights out and we are underway, but Codemaster still hasn't fixed the light bugs. It looks like someone did. Last place got a jump start, but Niall up to P1, looking like here with the slipstream. He is alongside with Tom. MLG God getting a great start as well. Exia, a great start from P6 up to P3 into turn 1. Niall has the outside line, the racing line. Tom has the inside. How are they going to fight for this? Tom sending it down the inside, but Niall going to try it around the outside. Someone's going to get spun here, I think, but they both take it super cautious. Tom's going to seed, but he does get spun a little bit there. Maybe he has some side pod damage. As MLG God now going to put the power down on his teammate, and he's going to have that position into turn 4. Unless Tom sends something down the inside under braking, he very well might do that, and he does. MLG God leaving him the space, but he's not going to have that space in the next corner, and MLG God sneaks down the inside. Tom around the outside puts the power down. Again, wheel to wheel. MLG God now sends it down the inside. Teammates should not be racing like this, especially with Chewy right in front of him, but they're not teammates. I'm a moron.
It's the
wow.
colors, though. Understandable.
Sorry. My God, that was a crafty moment there, tact. Anyways, Tom able to keep the position through the S's now and back up to P2, but Niall in P1. Chewy in hot pursuit. Exia looking for a move down the inside of Chewy here into the stadium section. Just going to send it under braking a little bit and just put Chewy, keeping him honest there, but Chewy able to keep the position around the outside as we go into the stadium section for the first time of this race. And as we're about to cross the line, Niall with a 1.3 second lead. Dude from Mexico. The Haas is doing a Haas role play with a drive-through penalty and 14th and 15th. Yeah, Tom able to claw back a little bit of time.
Okay, never mind.
No, yeah.
Big spun, but no,
big
he's
into the
spinning.
pits, and we have Exia gaining on Chewy a little bit, or at least he was until Chewy started using his overtake, and Baba Booey. Yeah, so far we've got a bit of a train forming now behind P2, or behind P3, excuse me. But, you know, it is lap 2, so everybody's just sticking close together. J-Game's only able to make up one spot, which I think has to be the thing I'm most surprised about, is with his pace being, you know, close enough to P2, but only able to make up one position on the opening lap. Now finding himself in a train might find it easier to make some of those overtakes there. A little bit late on the brakes, almost into the back of Guanceria, but able to keep it together through the S's we go. Tom now within 5/10 of Niall, already able to claw that back as Niall goes off the track, and Tom's going to go around the outside in the S's. Niall obviously having to let him go after being off track is going to have to cede first position, and that's going to give Tom a nice buffer to MLG God, although it seemed like he already had the pace on him regardless. We'll see if Niall can hold on to P2 or if MLG God can have that. I mean, the pace is also similar right now. They're all able to stay so close. We could be in for a quite exciting battle for the podium.
Yeah, everyone's doing a good job so far. No real incidents. I don't know what happened with Fig to make him pit, but so far, so good. DRS is finally enabled, so that'll be a factor. Juan defending on the inside from J-Games. J-Games going to go on the outside here. Let's see, going to go. They're going to go side by side. We saw many incidents there in Tier 1, and J-Games gets away freely.
But Rad might be looking for a move on Quan here down the inside, but Quan using enough of his energy to make sure that he stays in front under the braking. He's going to have P7 secured for now after losing it to J-Games, but did not lose P7, so... yeah, Kia, 3.4 seconds off Cosmic. A bit of a train forming behind him with Atmosphere. Probably going to want to be getting past him here. Does send it down the inside. Not a spot for an overtake, but he's trying to make it work. Hopefully he doesn't get too impatient through these S's and lose it. We've seen that happen, or I've seen that happen before. Not in this race. And that's going to be Niall off in the S's. Almost gets collected. He is backwards on track. Almost got collected by Exia and Chewy.
Still needs to wait. Some more. Okay,
now
looks like
he's going to spin back. He's missing his front wing. Must have just had a crash there, obviously in the S's, and fully lost his wing. We saw him struggle there a little bit in qualifying. Went off there, obviously, the lap before, losing first place because of it, and now has lost his wing to boot. All right, well, that's unfortunate. Exia getting past Chewy, but now Chewy coming right back past Exia with DRS on the pit straight here. J-Games also within striking distance of Exia next lap or in the next few corners. We'll see whichever happens. That didn't make sense. It's fine. It's working. We're doing good. Maybe not mentally.
The DRS again due to this weird detection zone.
Detection point. Kia able to get back past Atmosphere. That's Atmosphere's not going to be happy about that. Atmosphere with the DRS now looking to snatch P9 from Kia, and he's going to send it down the inside under braking. Kia's probably going to let him have this one. No, he does not. Yes, he does. But then Atmosphere forgets how to use his gas pedal, and now they're all coming to a dead stop, and Eric almost gets spun by Tykesman to the back of him. I'm not sure. Yeah, Atmosphere looks like he forgot what his gas pedal was there. That's fine. Let's go back to the entertaining fight here at the top of the charts for P4. We've got Exia, J-Games, Quan, Rad, all basically within 2 seconds. Very close racing for it being lap 4 at a circuit like Mexico, where it's pretty hard to follow through some of these turns. Jagames looking like he's going to have a great chance to overtake Exia here, who slid out of the last corner for good measure. Jagames putting down the power just that little bit earlier in terms of the lap, and now has the DRS, which Exia oh, wait, no. Sorry. Wrong sound. That was him putting on his overtake, but he is alongside here. Exia, crucially, having the slipstream of Chewy is going to allow him to kind of max out there. Is Jagames going to send it down the inside? Exia braking later and kind of just taking control of that line without cutting him off. Left space if Jagames did send it, but he didn't. Jagames getting a little bit of a better exit here. Both open up the DRS. Exia going to be able to stay in front here, looking like into turn 4 with Juan Seria falling back a little bit, not using as much overtake on those. Exia just so close to Chewy, really pushing him through the corners now, but then looks like he loses his time in the S's. We'll see if he can keep close enough through the S's this lap that on the pit straight he's able to make it work, but we will see. Very good racing from them so far. It looks clean. As I said, Exia leaving the space there for Jagames on the inside, provided to use it. Another person off. That's MLG God. And Rad retires.
In the wall.
Yeah, Rad off into the wall. We have a safety car.
Yep.
So, MLG God spins from P2, able to keep it together. It looks like he doesn't have any damage, but Rad giving him a sympathy crash. Yeah, now this really hurts Kia, you'd have to say, because they're all getting a free pit stop. Cosmic gets his drive-through penalty from P6. Oh, that's brutal. That is going to cost him points.
We're seeing Chewy pit. We're seeing Exia pit and Games. I mean, I'm not sure. I feel like I would probably stay out. But, I mean, they're going to go on mediums, and they can probably do double medium from here on out.
You can do medium. I think getting that free pit stop and having the fresher tires, especially for... Yeah, that could pay off. Kia staying out, obviously. Atmosphere staying out. That's going to put some of the slower drivers up there in the mix with the faster ones and just giving them a little bit more traffic to try to clear. Chewy, Exia, Jagames all going to be continuing their fight back out on track with no cars in between them. Cosmic as well, apparently able to serve his drive-through and put on... No, that was just because it said pit. He still has a drive-through penalty. Nobody has a track limits penalty, though, yet.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Yeah.
So far,
but still. Huh. Well, this is interesting.
Good to see the safety car isn't bugged like last night.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, do you want to walk everybody through what happened last night with the safety car?
Yep, so our second safety car, what happened is, one, nobody had any deltas, so you could pass everyone and go as fast as you want. And it took one extra lap for the queue to actually start forming, even though for the safety car, it was sitting in turn like 4 for some reason and didn't pick up the leaders, so that was fun. Everyone was very confused. And, that's just master code things.
They really are
everyone,
spectacular.
Yeah, when you pit, everyone was going backwards in the pits, so, it's just really amazing to see.
Wow.
Oh, and Juan's actually going in. That's a weird decision to make now.
Yeah, that's a huge mistake. Same with Atmosphere.
And still, yeah. I mean, you have to commit at that point, but maybe they just think it's worth it. I agree with what Tom's doing, though. He has a lot of speed. He can just continue on the original strat, honestly.
But he would have been P2, just behind Kia. Actually, might have even been in front of Kia. Would have been close, but he can easily pass Kia. But now Chewy is behind him and doesn't have to make the pit stop. I mean, if the safety car stays out for 2 laps, that brings them near the pit window, and Chewy's going to have fresh medium tires. There's a pit stop ahead. Can Tom claw back 20 seconds or 15 seconds, whatever it's going to require?
Yeah, I think what Tom is going to do is just stick on the original idea, and maybe you can stretch the mediums out when he goes on them, but...
Right, but the problem that he's going to face now is when he does pit, because the safety car has clumped everybody back together, he's going to have traffic that Chewy just isn't going to have to deal with. So I think he should have pitted, especially, but, it's... The strategy is always hardest for the person leading, because everybody else can do the opposite and kind of get it forgiven with the safety car, but the leader is always going to be punished if you don't make the perfect decision. In my opinion, he didn't make the perfect decision. Did he overtake Kia?
No.
Oh my God, he didn't. Whew. It has been a long day. My God, I am... Wow, that was one of the dumbest things. It's... All right, it's under control. Looks like the safety car is staying out another lap.
As we wait for dude from Mexico to climb back up the field. or to the field. Now, surprisingly, some people went a new set of softs, which that decision
Yeah, that's a
maybe is
questionable
not the
one.
best.
But while we have another lap of safety car, you know, it's kind of a tradition that we talk about something useless. When do you think Kanye is going to drop his new album?
I don't know.
Well, I mean,
Apparently, he's building a house in the stadium that he's recording in. So, yeah, just rich people things.
yeah, you know, a lot of people have called him a genius, and I never thought that he was a genius, but I also don't like his music, period.
Same.
Regardless, some people have called him a genius. I think after what we've seen on display, I don't think you can call him a genius. He's just an unintelligent person. It's fine. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. I was trying to think of hip-hop topics because that's what you're very knowledgeable on. Chipsy now playing F1 2021. What a loser. Got Chipsy.
I know, right? Probably getting that practice in for next week. God, what a try hard.
What a try hard. Sweaty try hard. Sucks. Well, hopefully we don't have another safety car because no topics are coming to mind. But if we do, I'll think of something. Okay, I got this. Who is cuter, Lance Stroll or Nicholas Latifi?
I'm gonna go with Latifi, man. You know.
Me too. 100%.
I still like Stroll's
100%.
hair.
Yeah, it's the hair. He looks like a 4-year-old. All right, here we go. The safety car is going to be in this lap, and Tom is going to lead him away on 7-lap-old softs. The next closest person that he was racing before the safety car, Chewy, with 1-lap-old mediums. We'll see what he can do as the safety car is about to enter the pits, and Tom can stamp on his gas pedal, accelerator, whatever you want to call it.
Oh,
and yeah, a little bit close there, is now lagging backwards.
Tom spun.
Tom spun.
Tom is spun. Oh, that's big. That's gonna ruin his entire plan, and now Kia holds the lead.
Yeah, that being said, I don't think it was going to work anyways, but that just adds insult to injury right there, as Chewy already able to get past Kia somewhat. Kia on the inside here. Hopefully nobody gets spun. Kia goes very late on the brakes to defend that position. A little bit of a pseudo switchback from Chewy. Doesn't know how to control it and take his foot off and slams into the back of Kia there. That might hurt him with Exia a little bit, but no, it looks like he has enough speed. Chewy really anxious to get in front of Kia. I don't know why it hits him again, and that's a big hit, and that's going to spin Chewy, and that's going to spin him into Exia, and that's going to allow James to maybe get past both of them. Just really very poor racecraft from Chewy there. I guess he was just a little bit excited to be leading the race. Net, anyways. But that has allowed Kia to get past him a little bit. Exia, Chewy going a little bit slowly through the S's here. James having to lift quite a bit, and then 1.2 seconds back to Cosmic. We have MLG God looking for a move to get past Cosmic, and Eric, he gets past Cosmic.
Oh my.
Or he gets past Eric, and now he gets past Cosmic because he forced his teammate off the track. Wow.
Also right behind these guys too.
Oh!
Oh, that's gonna hurt Figlin.
Yeah.
Just busted his wing a little bit.
Wow. That was a heavy impact.
Yep.
And knowing Figlin, I'm sure he is losing his mind right now.
Yep, he's spinning again.
And now we have James looking for a move on Exia, who fell 1.3 seconds back from Chewy. Chewy still 1.3 seconds back from Kia. James down the inside, not going to have to do much. Exia was later on the braking last time, not later this time. And James going to have that position pretty safely for the time being. But now 1.8 seconds behind Chewy, who is the net leader of this race. If we look further down the field, Tom in the pits for medium tires. Figlin on soft tires. Interesting. I don't know what. Yeah. Interesting. Well, Atmosphere picks up the first track limits penalty of this race, and that's going to be 3 seconds. Not that there's another one necessarily, but let's watch MLG God and Exia fighting here, with MLG God being on soft tires, Exia on mediums, losing it. MLG God, just taps the rear of him a little bit. Very sloppy racing. Not sloppy. The sloppy exit, we'll say. Just got a little bit loose there through the exit, and MLG God almost hitting him. So that happened. We got, and then Eric right into the back of him. And then gets collected by Juan. And collects Atmosphere.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. And then they're both going to hop back on track.
They're gonna do it again. There comes Tykesman. We stay safe.
Oh man, the
Wow.
thing that always hurts me is when you see that happen. It's like the drivers are so, and Juan going in for a new wing. The drivers are still like disoriented. They forget to downshift, and you watch them just accelerate in like fourth gear, and they just gug 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 gug, and then they get going. That's always funny. That was an interesting incident in the in the castle section, or the castle section. Oh my gosh, the state, dude. Holy, wow. I I don't know what to say. I'm having a rough night. This is not going well. But Chewy, 810 soft Kia with only 6 lap older tires, or 6 lap fresher tires, is going to try to make this move. I don't know what he's doing. After I really, if he would have just kept his head down, he would have had this position by quite a few seconds. But he got a little bit antsy. Wanted the position. We've all been there. Definitely empathize, but
Tykes on Eric again.
Atmosphere not far behind, maybe looking for a little bit of revenge. Yeah. We'll see Chewy now on the pit straight with DRS. Now picks up a 3-second penalty. Chewy gonna send it down the inside here into turn 1. Looking for that move. Neither of them giving any ground. Kia up the middle. Kia is definitely a fickle defender, and now able to put the power down, is going to be back alongside and past. However, Chewy, of course, going to have the DRS, drag reduction system, help him, and the inside line if he sends it under braking, which it looks like he does. Kia also sends it under braking, locks up that front left, but is going to be able to squeeze in front. He's going to have to use all the track here, Chewy, if he wants it, but Kia closes the line. Brilliant defending from him, which has closed the pack up of J-Games and MLG God to be able to get back within striking distance of those racers instead of being drivers. Wow. My goodness. Kia putting up a very staunch defense, and an impressive one at that, because he doesn't really care about his own race. He just wants to have some fun and race, and Chewy not really exercising the patience required to get past someone defending like that. And he cost himself a little bit of time there. Obviously, Kia doing a great job defending, and Chewy trying to take those alternative lines, but there's not much you can do in Mexico when someone's willing to brake that late and accelerate that early and have that control of their car that Kia has right now. So really good to see him back on the track, exerting his phenomenal car control that I never knew he had.
Let's see
but
how
here
he
we
deals
go.
with this pressure though. Alpines
swoops to the inside here to try to protect, but going to be no use against Chewy. As you said, the Alpines having quite a lot of overspeed on him. MLG God probably going to send it down the inside. J-Games lifting off a little bit there. MLG God down the inside, makes contact there with Kia, who is going to send it under braking into the next corner, as he has every lap, gets in front of him. J-Games getting a nice switch back here. He's going to be able to put the power down and try to get in front. MLG God going to be able to get in front of Kia here, more than likely. Kia using his overtake, though, so who knows? MLG God sends it under braking. J-Games sends it under braking a little bit, hits his teammate. MLG God gives him a little love tap now in second gear. Can't get the power down quite as well as Kia, who is going to be able to reclaim that third position. Well, not reclaim, but hold on to that third position, which was under quite some pressure from J-Games. But MLG God on those soft tires, able to overtake his teammate and Kia there to get up and back into P2 after his spin, just maybe on a bit of an alternate strategy. Still one he can definitely make work, so MLG God very much in the hunt for P2 here, or a podium no less, as J-Games now going to be wanting to make that move on Kia this lap so he can stick with his teammate and use that slipstream from someone on the soft tires. Yeah. Atmosphere, Eric, they're very close. We'll see Atmosphere now with the DRS. Might be going for a move into the stadium section here. Swoops to the inside and sends it under braking to the inside and gets turned in on, BMW style, and is going to lose a position to Tykesman. That's got to be a report. That was...
yeah.
I don't know. You know what? I didn't see it well enough. But MLG God now on those soft tires, looking for a move. Going to send it down the inside of Chewy. Maybe just breaks a little bit later and is able to lift a bit more with those soft tires. But Chewy holding that inside line, making MLG turn just that much more and not be able to get on the power quite as fast. But now with DRS coming into turn 4 here, is he going to be able to make a move? No, he is quite far behind. Tom picking up a 3-second penalty, so his race has gone from bad to worse, with J-Games also clearing Kia and now going to be in pursuit of his teammate and Chewy for the lead of this race. I would say J-Games and Chewy have the best chance of winning this. Granted, they are all on the same tires, but as we were discussing, being on those soft tires later is a pretty substantial advantage. So I'm thinking that, especially with MLG God not being able to close the gap or extend a gap, being stuck behind Chewy's pace on mediums, when he's able to be on those soft tires, that's going to give him an advantage. But we'll see if MLG God can get past this lap. Kia showing some great pace to be within a second of the leaders right now on 6 lap older tires. So Kia, the medium strategy, playing pretty perfectly for him. We'll see how long he can extend that. MLG God trying to get a better exit here. I don't know what is going on. I think MLG God is lagging a little bit there. But using the DRS, not using his overtake, yeah, lagging quite substantially on my screen at least. That's giving me a migraine. So I'm not going to watch that anymore. Tykesman getting past Atmosphere, or rather them going wheel to wheel. I'm sorry, I'll stay on board with this. But is MLG God also lagging for you? And he's off onto the grass, and he's cutting the corner. Is he lagging for you?
That's the... Yeah, he is a little bit.
Okay, yeah, well, a little bit. All right. He's just like twitching all over the place. That's what's happening for you too, correct?
Oh, someone's off. Yep, someone's backwards. It's Cosmic.
Oof.
That won't be a safety car though.
No, gets his car back and going
yeah,
again.
I'm starting to see it now.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure it wasn't my internet or something. Kia picks up a 3-second penalty, yeah.
Yep.
Losing about a second a lap now, it looks like, to the car in front. I'm sure he's approaching his pit window, and he'll be able to go soft. He has a nice gap that he can see, because you can see two drivers in front and behind, to Eric being 15 seconds. Obviously, he wants to try to extend that, because if he gets stuck behind Atmosphere, Eric, and Tykesman, who seem like they're coming to a dead stop every two corners when they're fighting. But here we go, round 2. Is he going to get turned in on? Atmosphere sends it down the inside. Oh, it's a little close, but is Eric going to send... No, Eric lets him go. Oh, Figlin down the inside. What a move. What a move from Figlin to claim 7th position from Eric. And now is going to be on the hunt after his losing his wing. Is now going to be on the hunt for Atmosphere and for P6. Eric is now into the pits. Let's ride on board now with Games in this battle for P3.
Yeah, so hopefully Kia pits for Sauce, because everyone else will have to go on the mediums soon. And Kia will just be so much faster doing double Sauce. He'll be able to get that fastest lap as well towards the end.
I mean, maybe. We'll see if these medium runners can extrapolate 15 laps as he did. Yeah, I mean, look, we'll see, because Kia has a few safety car laps under his belt, also has the formation lap under his belt, and has the full fuel wear, which is going to be a little bit higher. So he is, if he's able to do 15 laps, whatever he's able to do, it's safe to assume the other drivers will be able to do. So Kia is going to continue to stay out. So yeah, he's got 6 laps on the other guys though. So we'll see. This is going to be very interesting strategy-wise here towards the end, with MLG God closing to within 3/10 of Chewy on that pit straight. Maybe going to be lining up a move for this DRS straight. Just you can see the dirty air there, not letting him take the line he wanted to, and going to compromise his exit just a little bit, as he's just not able to stay on that racing line and cut the curbs quite like the car in front is, again, with that dirty air. Much more pronounced in this game than in 2020, I feel, but that could just be me. Alright, apparently it's just me. Anyway.
I agree.
Okay. So, Chewy... Oh, sorry.
We're looking at?
Chewy and MLG God just getting within 4/10. Very close still. Able to keep it within 5/10 through the S's there, not losing too much time, and able to regain that time lost under braking and under DRS, or with DRS, and now into the... Niall, as you were saying, and dude from Mexico. Oh!
Somehow still kicking. MLG got still out. I think he has to pit this lap. I mean,
yeah,
I don't know how much longer he can go on those
soft tires, but it looks like he wants an overtake before he goes anywhere. He's going to swoop to the inside here. Chewy covering him off a bit late to make the move. Yeah, nice and easy down the inside, but Chewy having a little bit more overspeed. Of course, MLG God's going to have the DRS, but Chewy could have gotten a better exit, but just wanted to be safe on the power there. MLG God having the DRS, going to allow him to lead for the rest of this lap, and then, as you said, presumably pit, because he has done 11 laps on those softs, but having that pace after 11 laps does bode pretty well for him. Niall picking up a 3-second penalty and was just in the wall there, as a dude from Mexico spins out in the pit lane, and now spins back onto the track. My God.
Not the best home race for him.
Yeah, true. Well, we've got however many laps remaining. A lot. So, I guess it's fine.
18.
All we have is a thrilling three-way battle for a lead. I guess it's fine. I guess we can do a few more laps. MLG got staying out.
Oh, okay.
I mean, maybe he feels, he doesn't need to worry about his lap times if he can keep the cars behind. But, again, they're going to be on the strategy where he needs to try to pull a gap on these soft tires, which is no longer going to be happening. I don't know what he's trying to do, but more power to him. I feel like you'd want to get onto those mediums as early as possible. Although, wait, he's only gonna have one pit stop left, correct? Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
I mean,
wow.
he's stuck on those mediums now because of his decision to go on the softs. So,
wow,
I don't think we'll see him do good.
Can I believe I just asked if this was the last pit stop? I don't know what's going on, Van. I'm having I was gonna say I'm having a moment. I'm having several moments back to back. But so then presumably, Kia's done 18 laps on his, so MLG God could pit now, and would be at around the same wear as Kia. But Kia has a formation lap plus full fuel, so MLG God, needless to say, if he can take the softs 12 laps, he can take the mediums 18 laps. So presumably he's pitting this lap. Maybe he'll stay out one more, but Chewy is closing in on him, and the last thing he wants to do is fight and lose more race time. He needs to try to extend that race time, get as big of an undercut as he can, and he is going to go into the pits.
Oh, no, he's not.
That is going to be very costly, because that's going to put him behind Chewy now after that exit. So Chewy, using his overtake, now using the DRS, goes to the inside and is going to very easily be in front of MLG God before the braking zone. His teammate Jagames might even get in front of him with the overspeed he's got. MLG God not trying to cover this off now, just a little bit of a tweak there, but Jagames under braking on the inside. MLG God swings it around the inside, but he's going to have a very shallow line here. Jagames going to be able to put the power down much better, as you can see there. Puts it into third gear and is just going to put the power down here with DRS, which MLG God does not have. MLG God holding that inside line, not allowing his teammate, who does lift, doesn't want to fight this right now. MLG God definitely should have pit, because you want that undercut. While they're going to be on the 13-lap-old mediums, you want to be on those. And Eric DNFs.
Yep, that might be a safety car.
VSC.
Nope, VSC.
So it did pay off for MLG God to wait, maybe, if he can make it around to the pit lane, get any time off of it. But mainly what he wants to be doing is, while they're on those 13-lap-old mediums, you want to be on fresh mediums and kind of extending a gap, giving yourself a little breathing room, because obviously when they go on the softs, they're going to be so much faster that if they go out on the soft, I mean, it doesn't matter if your medium tires are 8% more worn, you're going to be so much slower than the soft tires, so you really need to convert that percent into time gained, race time wise. And but I guess he's valuing the tire life there at the end. But
let's see, is he gonna pit?
Yeah, he has to. He has a VSC. Nope, it's VSC ended. But he does go into the pits there. His teammate going to be up to P2, and Kia still hasn't pit. Eric leaving the session after DNFing. Kia still not pitting. So
if Kia can hold on for at least 5 more laps, he can do one stop to soft, which I think he's going to try doing.
Presumably that is what
you have to commit it.
Yeah. Exy, though, starting to catch him on those newer mediums, but would also have to pit around the same time. So if Kia can keep this gap, or at least be close, then that'll do it. Accepting a little friend. I should not show that on stream. Whoops. Sorry. Everything's fine. Yeah, so let's see. I would be expecting MLG God to start setting the fastest laps here. Let's check in with our former pole sitter and former race leader, or our pole sitter and former race leader, Tom, down in 8th position with a grid penalty and still needing to probably make another pit stop. Unfortunately.
Yeah, he has to pit in 5 laps and then go on the softs, just do the best he can.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened here, but Fig was like 15 seconds behind Kia, and now he's 4, so something drastic must have happened.
What do you mean? That's because MLG got pit.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Jagames pitting on...
What? Is he going probably medium, yeah. Back out onto fresh mediums. Is he going to come out? No, MLG God, yeah, getting that undercut, able to... Well, actually, he was still on the front side.
I don't agree with this from Jagames.
Well, we'll see.
You could do 2 more laps on the whatever set he was, and then switch to softs for 12, and it would have been more worth it. Big one doing the same thing, pitting right now.
This is interesting. I think this opens up the win to be a bit more on strategy than on raw pace here, because we have MLG God and his teammate here going to be on the similar strategy, or on the exact same strategy. Sorry, and then Chewy doing his own thing, presumably going onto the soft tires.
Yeah, and that's going to give such a big advantage to Chewy, and Exia probably as well going to do the same thing.
That being said, and I don't mean this as an insult to Chewy, he was having trouble passing people earlier, and he's going to be now fighting two teammates for the lead, because, I mean, they're getting an undercut right now. They will come out. He will come out behind them, more than likely, if not 100%, unless they spin. He's going to have to pass two teammates.
Kia's pitting. Let's see what he does.
So he did 22 laps. That's an excellent stint from Kia, and he is going onto the soft tires, which that's a big ask to make these soft tires go to the end.
But let's see. I mean,
and
MLG was able to do it.
Yeah.
Juan going to the mediums now, just behind him.
Yeah. Let's see where Figlin comes out. Or Figlin, yeah, no, he's not going to come out in front of Juan. He's going to be close, though, actually. He's going to have quite a lot of speed on him. Yeah,
he will,
he is, yeah. Wow, okay. That pit lane is kind of hard to judge in my defense. It's fine. Everything's fine. So, Exia, 18 seconds behind. Now, this is another thing that could play into Chewy's hands, is that if MLG God and J-Games get stuck behind Exia and lose the time, Chewy is going faster currently than Exia, so Exia is going to be holding up MLG God. As you can see him lifting through the S's, there's a reason he's 19 seconds behind where they were when they were on the same strategy. He is just going slower per lap, and he's now going to be holding up MLG God through the stadium section. If he's friends with Chewy, he'll try to hold him up for another lap, but it looks like MLG God's probably going to have the pace to, yeah, he can almost already get past him, but still, this is time
you
lost.
have to pit now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's spinning.
Is he?
Oh,
no,
he's not. Okay, that's very questionable.
Yeah, but now he's going to tuck into the slipstream and maybe prevent J-Games from getting in front of him, as J-Games doesn't have DRS. Exia, of course, also doesn't have DRS, but is going to be a little bit closer to that slipstream and has a lot of ground for James to make up here. Not going to be able to make it right. I don't know if I think he's going to go. He keeps doing this switchback thing, but he doesn't always get the best exit. But there we go. He gets the exit the one time I don't talk about it, and just sails right past Exia for P3. So it is now a Renault 2-3. Wow. It is now an Alpine 2-3.
I think Exia made a big mistake by not pitting right now.
Yeah, I think Exia definitely should have hit. My prediction here is I think it's going to stay an Alpine 1-2 or an Alpine 2-3. I think Chewy's got this. He is getting held up from a back marker who apparently doesn't know what a blue flag is. That still makes me irrationally angry, but cost him about 3/10 so far, and he's still staying out, even though he's on the hard tires. Still not lifting. Just all right.
Are they gonna go side by side? Nope.
No. Okay. Crucially, though, the incident with Exia did allow J-Games, or not the incident, but just him holding up MLG God, did allow J-Games within a second of his teammate. He's now going to have DRS down the pit straight, so these guys are going to be fighting like cats and a very large dog. And, yeah.
I still think he is going to have the best chance to grab a podium. And Exia, what the heck? Wasn't he in the pits? How is he back on track?
He's in the pits for me. He's getting his wing change right now.
What?
Yep, he just exited his pit box right now for me.
That's weird. He teleported. Okay. Oh. What the fuck's going on?
Language.
Okay.
We apologize to all our viewers at home for the sophomoric language used by the commentary team moments earlier. So Kia P5, yeah. Nice.
Oh, my game's bugging. Okay, that makes sense.
Oh boy.
Thank you, Cody's.
Well, you gotta admire the pace here from Chewy. 18 laps, so 15 laps. He does have a penalty now. He picked one up. Should have been looking at that. He now goes into the pits, but he only lost. He didn't even lose. He didn't lose a tenth to the car behind through that whole phase. So now if he goes on to the soft tires with 10 laps is not that hard an ask. MLG God himself did 12 on higher fuel. Chewy now comes out of the pits, or exits his pit box, and the two Alpines are going to be going. It's going to be close, but Chewy might actually No, they're definitely going to be in front, but he's got to get in front and clear a 3-second gap. I don't know. I think that penalty changes things. I think he can probably get in front. I don't think he can build a 3-second gap. What about you?
I mean, there's 10 laps, so he needs to get that move done
Well, especially
as soon as
if
possible.
MLG God and James are fighting, as James sent it down the inside and was able to reclaim P1, which I do believe he briefly held. Maybe not. I don't know. Anyways, he has the position on his teammate now, so that cost them a little bit of time fighting like that. Or sorry, James went around the outside, Games. And MLG God probably not wanting to defend too hard against his teammate. Let him swoop around the outside there, but Games running a bit wide into that corner allows MLG God to make up a little bit of ground and allows Chewy, has already made up 5/10 on them just through those corners alone. Now MLG God, of course, going to be lifting through the S's as you can't go flat while you're following someone. Yeah, even having to lift on that second phase, but DRS trying to make up for some of that. Chewy already closed down a second this lap. I don't know if this is because they're fighting or if, yeah, the softs are just that much faster. I guess the softs are just that much faster. And that's what we're talking about. Kia not totally struggling to stay around the cars in front of him pace-wise while on those mediums at the beginning, but now at the end you can see just how much faster the soft tires are, as MLG God, Games, and Chewy all had very similar pace, able to stay within roughly 1 second of each other when they were racing on track. MLG God did, crucially for him, pick up the DRS on his teammate, and Chewy not pick up the DRS on him, which probably spares them for another lap. We have, I believe that is, who is that? Is that Cosmic? Yeah,
That's
now in the mix. Hopefully he'll get out of the way for Chewy and not cause him any issues, but it looks like he did cause him just a little bit of issues, but nothing penalty worthy. It's just always hard to have that car in front of you because you never know exactly what they're going to do, and it's hard to perfectly take a turn with that. As Tom, comes out of the pit, so he did have to pit again, finds himself in P8, but on fresh soft tires. Exia in front on soft tires, and Flapjack, Figlin, going to send it down the inside now into turn 2,
no,
and
wow.
Wow, almost had a carbon copy of something that happened in Tier 1, but now Juan having the DRS to defend, but Figlin, I keep trying to say his name, Flapjack. Oh, God, he's just the worst. Why does he do this? We have a yellow flag in Sector 3.
That's, must be atmosphere,
That's atmosphere, yeah.
He's good, though, but Exia's all over the back of Fig, and I think he's going to have this move done.
Yeah.
Shortly.
And sorry, as we head onto the pit straight here, we have, I don't know what's more exciting, but we have a possible battle for the lead, or on his way to taking the lead here as they cross the line now. Yeah, Chewy looking to make that move on MLG God here, he's gaining very rapidly into turn 1, but just looks like he stopped using his overtake here. He's still going to send it down the inside. Oh, just a little bit early on the brakes. MLG God doing phenomenal braking there, but now Chewy going to try to take that wider line through there. Oh, Nile DNFs. Oh, Tom, Exia, and Figlin all making heavy contact there out of the final corner.
It's a safety car. Oh, that has to suck for Figlin. He just passed the pit lane. That would have been perfect chance for him to go on this different tire compound.
Well, I think the people this hurts the most is going to be MLG God and Games, because this allows Chewy to have no wear on his soft tires.
But they also do have 3 seconds, and it is only going to be 6 laps, I think, by the time we go.
Yep, true.
I think Alpine needs to do a team play and have one of them just hold the rest of the grid up.
Yeah. This also plays beautifully for Kia. The Alpines do have to worry about Kia. I mean, he's on those soft tires. Sure, he has 4 laps on him, but who knows? Yeah, this is spiced it up quite a treat. We could see Tom make it up to the top, or into the top 5. Flapjack doesn't. Figlin doesn't look like he has any damage.
Nope, I was on board with them.
Exia is missing an end plate,
in the front.
Yeah.
Yep, they were fighting real hard, and then that happened.
Was Niall in that fight? Did he die during that fight?
No, he died in the S's,
okay.
Which it's unfortunate.
Oh wait, he died early on, right? No, he spawned.
Yeah. The S is taking a lot of.
Games pits.
People. Ooh. Okay.
I think that's the call.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That was the right call. Only one of the Alpines obviously could have done that. Yeah, with the penalties, he just. Yeah, this is going to be. I think we're going to. Well, this just opens us up to see no penalty, no strategy racing, but pure wheel-to-wheel action from at least 2 of the front runners. Yeah, this is going to be very interesting. Whoever wins this race, they're really going to have to work for it in the last 5-6 laps here. All right, so now that we have another safety car, let's talk about space. Okay, here's the thing. Actually, no, we'll talk about Elon Musk here. Okay.
Yeah.
Why is it, okay, that everything futuristic has to come down to these like pods? You know, like his underground Tesla Boring Company shenanigans nonsense is, instead of doing train cars where you fit, 200 people on the train and send those back to back, he wants to send one Tesla with 4 people at the same intervals, maybe a little bit more frequently, but as far as people per minute is far less. And that is the answer. That's the future technology, because it looks cooler, but it is more expensive, more inefficient. Like, why is it? It's like the Hyperloop thing. I don't know if you guys, if anybody knows what the Hyperloop is, but it's like this cool like cargo thing that goes at 600 miles an hour, and it has to be in a almost vacuum, so it has to have these ridiculously expensive lines that are maintained at almost vacuum, and then it goes 600 miles an hour. And its thing is like it could carry 250 or 2,500 containers per hour, something like that. And like conventional trains can do like double that, It's just all this future stuff wants it to, puts it into like these pods, and it's like all fancy, like, oh, like you get your own private thing. But as far as efficiency is concerned and the problems they're trying to solve, besides for just being fancy, it's the complete opposite of it, and it's really stupid. Don't even get me. Elon Musk was going to send starships, the rockets, from Earth to Earth, so you could like go to whatever, Shanghai to LA, or wait, that's not that far. One of the big trips in like 40 minutes instead of like 12 hours. But then when you take into account that it would have to be like 20 miles off the shore and stuff, the time getting there and back, and then of course the emissions of a rocket launching is, and then also the safety. What do rockets, I think it's like 1 in 100 rockets explodes or has a major issue. Planes are like 1 in 5.4 million. So we'd have to launch 5.4 million rockets and have not a single one fail for it to be as safe as a plane. Like, come on, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Just people, technology, magically looking cool and being fancy is not the answer here. Anyways, that's the end of my rant. Technology is cool, but just because it's new and fancy doesn't mean it's better. Hashtag go trains, you know what I'm saying? I know here in ARC we have a bunch of people who aren't interested in ever having sex in their life, and they're like super into trains and all that. So that's cool. That's good. That's good. So yeah.
If you look at Kia POV, you look at the 2 people in front of him. That's gonna hurt his chances
yeah, that is
a bit.
Gonna hurt.
Cosmic seems like he's into space, based off the name. Yeah, that's all I gotta say.
Yeah. I don't know. I've been impressed. I've been very impressed with the Tier 2 grid. Actually, as of right now, my prediction is true. 2 full safety cars in the VSC, by the way. Nailed it. No big deal.
Yep,
no,
yep.
I was right the last time I made that prediction. It was fine. Anyways, I've been impressed with the Tier 2 grid. We've seen some shenanigans further back, which happens at any grid. But more specifically, we've had some really close, good battling from the leaders, and everybody should be very happy with this race so far. We still have 6 laps, but yeah.
We got warned by our Nightbot for some reason during your rant. Bots. Gotta love them. Anyway, hopefully we get back to racing. Only 5 laps left, so
yeah.
Be nice.
That would definitely be nice as they snake through the S's like a little sneaky little snake, making their way. Safety car is in this lap, so here we go. Ready to get underway with 5 laps remaining, or will be 5 laps remaining when they cross the line. This is going to be, I think, a very interesting battle. J-Games needing to clear Kia on those 7-lap older tires almost immediately if he wants any chance at getting it chewy.
Are we going in?
Yeah.
Okay, we are.
Yeah, it's going in.
I missed it.
As Kia now already wanting to get, making contact with Cosmic. Hopefully that's not a penalty for anybody. That would be a big bummer. Yeah, it is. Kia gets a penalty from those back markers there, who now that they cross the line, they have to try to navigate. Kia in the slipstream of Dude from Mexico with J-Games right on his tail. Dude from Mexico, as he didn't earlier, is not getting out of the way. just a phenomenal backmarker experience right there. Now he slows down, but that allows James way in front of Kia. Kia obviously going to send another braking here, but there's not much he can do as Kia picks up a 5-second penalty for ignoring yellow flags. He just got slammed with 2 5-second penalties. Both of those presumably will be able to be removed. I didn't totally see the contact under safety car, but usually as Kia now sends it down the inside of James, switches to the inside, late on the brakes, locks up that front right, which is going to allow James to just sneak through there and stay on the inside as Juan Sanya and Flapperjack. Figlin going wheel to wheel. Figlin on the inside here, sending it. Pushes out wide just a little bit, but he's going to be able to hold on to that position. But that's going to cost Juan the position to Tom. And, yeah, that's going to hurt. Juan's going to be a little bit upset about that one, I would have to assume. We have a yellow flag for no one. That's great. We have, yeah, so let's ride on board with the leaders now. We have another yellow flag for no one. If Ray Charles could leave the control panel alone, there is no yellow flag. Thank you. Now we have, yeah, Chewy James very close to Chewy, so I think MLG God is not going to win this race. It's going to be James because he doesn't have the penalty, but he still has to clear 2 cars to do it. Well, 1 car to do it, but to clear his teammate, he needs to clear Chewy. Here we go. Very close in the slipstream, but not quite able to do anything. I'm sure with DRS that'll absolutely be shaken up, but for now, going to have to stay behind, going to have to be patient, which... yeah, we'll see. Chewy obviously going to be very anxious to get in front of MLG God and start building that 3-second gap, using his overtake already. I would probably just save it, because, yeah, look, he gets him this close, but what good does that do? You just lose it in the dirty air anyways. Actually, so close, in fact, that he gave MLG God a little kiss right there, a little smooch on the rear. Juan Sanya and Exia fighting. Flapperjack and Tom. Tom sends it down the inside where Figlin sent it down the inside and does the exact same thing that Figlin did and pushes Figlin off the track a little bit there. Figlin losing the rears under acceleration there, which is going to just cement.
Is he going to go for a move on the S's? Oh, no.
But now with... oh, there is no DRS yet. Yeah, as MLG God defending to the inside here. Kind of going back to the racing line. Chewy now on the racing line. We have one... oh, dude from Mexico retires from the race in the S's. MLG God able to... VSC.
And that's a normal... what? It's a normal safety car.
Oh, no.
What? Oh, no. This is when it's always super buggy. It's going to be like a 1-lap safety car.
Well, at least everybody's super close, though. Everybody's super close, so...
it's lap 33, 34
Figlin's
now.
pitting.
It's kind of ridiculous. Why would he do that? Oh, no, this is going to be like another Monza Gypsy moment where he pit from a good position and then ended up
he might have had
being
damage because there was some contact back there with the Haas. You know, there's one thing here, people. Little Linus tech tip for everybody, okay? I hate to break it to you, all right? But when you're not in the lead and when you are getting blue flags for a battle for the lead and you are in last, just get out of the way. Just be respectful. Your race is not as important as the leaders. That is a fact. If it was, you'd be in the lead. Anyways, you know, like, come on, guys. I feel for Kia there. I mean, he has 2 cars in front of him, and what they should be doing is as soon as they get to the line, you pull off to the right and you slow down. But instead, Kia had to snake his way through there, overtaking one, and then having to partially, like, sit in the slipstream of the other one, not knowing what he's doing. Just get out of the way. Like, you are not racing anybody else. Everybody else also has those blue flags. Get out of the way, especially at a safety car. It just completely ruins the racing and put Kia in a position with 10 seconds of penalties now. The safety car is in this lap, but again, the safety car actually did come out, and everybody is bunched up, so this doesn't look that bad, actually. So, here we go. Safety car is going to be in this lap. Anyways, respect blue flags, otherwise you're not a person worth respecting. All right, here we go. All right. This is going to be close. Yeah, let's ride on board with James here, who you can see how close Chewy is to MLG God. James giving it a bit more of a wide berth, but MLG God really jumping. MLG God picks up a 5... oh, yeah, severe collision. All of these will more than likely be removed.
Yep.
Tom up to P4. Tom could still win this race. Yeah, that penalty will definitely be removed from MLG God because he was in front. James down the inside of Chewy, now in the net race lead. Unless he... or if he... he's not in the net race lead because the penalty won't stand, so he's going to have to overtake his teammate here. Tom looking to get back on the podium, is going to go down the inside into turn 4 here and force Chewy just a little bit wide. He's got a bit of traffic in front of him, so he can't take the line he wants. Chewy sending it under braking there into turn 5 and is going to be able to hold on to the position. I'm sure Tom won't be happy about that with Kia in close pursuit and Exia behind him. Of course, the penalty situation, I don't know the exact seconds and what is or what is not going to be removed from these guys, so I can't comment on that at the time being. But Jagames so close to his teammate through the S's. He needs to be...
Kia.
Remember, we're not going to have DRS before the race ends, so anything that happens is going to have to happen on pure pace here. Does MLG God accept the L, or does he fight this as hard as he can and possibly cost his teammate the win as well, for good measure? Under braking into the stadium section, Chewy almost into the back of Jagames. I think they actually did make a little bit of contact, and then Tom made a little bit of contact with Chewy on the exit of that into the final corner. They are pushing each other through the corners here as we go onto the pit straight for the final time here in Mexico City. Jagames is close. Yeah, he's going to get him. How much is MLG God going to fight this? Does he risk costing the win for Jagames here? Because he could defend this pretty harshly, and he is slightly moving to the inside here, making it a narrow line for Jagames, who's going to go way under braking. Definitely get the position, but now a bit of a switchback from MLG God. Got to watch the switchback from Chewy. Oh, Chewy loses a wing, loses his end plate, and that's going to be Tom up to P3 for sure. He's using his overtake now. He's trying his absolute hardest. Wheel to wheel with Chewy, but Chewy's not going to have any turn in once we get to this turn. Yeah, he's just going to understeer out wide. Tom going to be able to send it and fly right down the middle.
And Kia, whoa.
Whoa.
Tom was ghosting.
Tom was ghosting. Kia up to P3.
Yep.
All right, I don't know what happened with Tom there, if there was any contact, but now he's losing a little. Yeah, I don't know if he got rear-ended by Kia or if he just ghosted like from lagging. Tom going to try it around. Oh, MLG God's out! MLG God lost it in the S's. God. MLG God lost it in the S's. Jagames and Kia for P2.
And now Figlin!
What is happening? And then we have Exia so close behind Tom. Figlin going to finish on the podium. Kia going to finish on the podium unless that 5 seconds gets added to his time, because he was the one that did cause the contact technically, but it was with a back marker, so I don't know where the FIA stands on that. But Jagames is the winner of round 3 here in the ARC Tier 2 Mexico City. And Flabberjack is going to take P2. Keep in mind, everybody,
Exia
Kia...
takes P2.
What? So, okay.
Kia just fell down the grid like crazy. Wow.
All right, so let's all just take a minute here. Because as of now, there are a few penalties that in my mind should... Okay. All right, it's fine. All that can be said for absolute certain right now is Jagames won this race. Congratulations to him on extending his championship lead. Tom looked like he had the pace today, but couldn't keep it together after spinning on that safety car. A phenomenal recovery from him, really utilizing the safety car and making the strategy work as best as it could, all things considered. So congratulations to him. I'm thinking Exia is still going to be on the podium, because as far as the penalties I'm aware of, the one getting him in front of Flapperjack, Tykesman, whatever, that is all good. Kia, as you can see, has 10 seconds of penalties. 5 seconds of that was for ignoring yellow flags, which would be an illegal overtake, but that would be on a back marker, so I think that was glitched. He didn't overtake anybody that wasn't a back marker. And then his 5-second penalty was for rear-ending. He has 15 seconds.
He did get a corner cut one in the final moments.
I'm going to go ahead and record the... well, that is upsetting. We'll just have to see it. My personal understanding is that Kia would be back on the podium, but maybe not. If that's not the case, then this looks like your podium right now, because Exia doesn't have any penalties. And Figlin, that 3 seconds is for corner cutting, which is usually a slam dunk. So this is probably your podium. Kia just might be in the points instead of being, he's still in the points, but he might be a little bit higher up, because I think he'll get one of those 5 seconds removed for sure. Anyways, I would do interviews, but like that was way too long of a race. So, you know, everybody enjoy your night. Thank you so much for watching. Join us tomorrow for ARC Tier 3, also in Mexico City, and then join us next week on Sunday for Tier 1, next week on Monday for Tier 2, and yeah, so, you know, it's good racing. We appreciate everybody that watched till the end. You got the most entertainment if you did, so yeah, thank you everybody for watching. On behalf of the ARC commentary team, myself and Van Beats, Kia, everybody, I can't think of anybody else, Tact, Pfeiffer, I don't know, it's fine.
Righteous.
Righteous, yeah. We all appreciate you watching, and that's not starting soon. We'll go. Okay. Well, It's fine. All right, everybody, thank you for watching.